Hi, I'm Samantha Joseph, and this is The Magazine. Today we take a look at several historical monuments in the city of Marlborough. The Hiker Volunteer Monument is located on Bates Avenue. It was erected in 1902. It honors those who fought in the Spanish-American War, which only lasted for 4 months from April 25th to August 12th, 1898. Men from Marlborough serving in Company F, 6th Regiment were among the first to be ready for this conflict. Past and present mayors, clergy, and other prominent citizens gathered at City Hall on the eve of their departure. Civil War veteran William Frost spoke to the Company F on behalf of former soldiers. "We sorrow with you. We rejoice with you and are proud of it, because we can't help it. It makes no odds whether you are fighting or not. You are entitled to honor just the same." 15,000 people came to see the soldiers off to Muster Field in South Framingham on May 7th. Trains whistled, cannons boomed, and citizens cheered for our soldiers. Company F would then head from Framingham to Camp Alger in Virginia. The Old Sixth then headed by boat to Santiago de Cuba, where they were in the line of reserve during the Battle of Santiago. They also fought in the battles of Guamaca and Yanco Road in Puerto Rico. Willis H. Page died on the transport and was buried at sea. Ernest D. Marshall became the first American soldier to be buried in Puerto Rico. Arrangements were made to bring his body back to Marlborough 1 year later for burial. Cornelius Donahue, Louis Sasserville, George Lynch, and C.R. Donahue were either hospitalized in Puerto Rico or sent home with fever and malaria. Despite horrible conditions, the Marlborough boys continued to fight for their country and helped secure a successful end to the war. On May 7, 1898, Company F departed Marlborough with a show of magnificent enthusiasm from grateful residents. Upon their return on October 27th of the same year, they were greeted with an outpouring of gratitude. This time, the crowd was even bigger. Homes and storefronts were decorated with flags, and a welcoming line was formed to escort the soldiers all the way to City Hall. The Doughboy Monument, which stands in front of the Walker Building on Main Street, honors those from Marlborough who fought in World War I. Several city parks are also dedicated to Oscar O. Blanchett, William Monroe Brigham, and William A. Howe. Even though the United States didn't officially enter the war until 1917, men from Marlborough were brought into the Army to train as early as July 1, 1916. They became Company F, 181st Infantry of the 26th Division. They would be known as the Yankee Division. On April 6th of 1917, the soldiers were given their orders to join the battalion at Fitchburg. Large crowds gathered at the armory while hundreds of others lined the streets to send off our boys. Some of the soldiers that were the first to leave for France were Silvio Moino, Joseph Silvestri, Arthur Blanchett, Simon Ramey, Alphonse McCabe, Wilbrud Conrad, Arthur Kinder, William King, Matthew McBride, William Delaney, Amadeo Gornales, Thomas Daly, Alphonse Labossiere, Alfred Bison, Wilrose Sasserville, and Patrick Coflees. The Yankee Division is on record as being one of the finest of the Allied expeditionary forces in World War I. For their efforts during a heavy assault in Bois Brûlé near the town of Armont, they received a Special Honor of Action in April of 1918. The war ended in November of 1919. In May of the following year, a war exhibit train arrived in Marlborough accompanied by men who had served in American, British, and French armies. Cannons, guns, and war implements taken from the German forces were on display. A memorial service was held on May 30th in the State Armory for those who did not return from the war. The following day, a special celebration was held to honor the veterans. The Roll of Honor, a World War II monument, stands out in front of City Hall, honoring all the Marlborough soldiers from that war. On December 7, 1941, Pearl Harbor was attacked. The entire country was affected. 3 Marlborough men stationed in Pearl Harbor wrote home about the tragic events. Due to the city's strong commitment to the war, the quotas for registration were always filled. Citizens played an active role, volunteering for various duties coordinated by Marlborough's Committee on Public Safety for Civilian Defense. On May 20th of 1942, the first Marlborough man reported missing in action was Sergeant M.J. Bracken. The first to be killed was Private Woodrow A. Hood. Many Marlborough men were decorated for bravery, receiving Purple Hearts, Legions of Merit, and Silver and Bronze Stars. Marlborough lost 76 soldiers. After the war ended in 1945, Marlborough City Councilors adopted a plan for a celebration over Labor Day weekend. 20,000 residents attended and played softball and baseball games. They also watched entertainment, fireworks, and a parade. In memory of the town's great sacrifice, there were special religious and memorial services for the mothers, widows, and next of kin of Marlborough's beloved dead.
Thanks for watching the magazine. If you have any stories or ideas, you can email us. We'd love to hear. I'm Samantha Joseph. We'll see you next week.